In this video, I'll be talking about MCP Inspector. Now, MCP Inspector is basically a tool. It is an interactive developer tool for testing and debugging MCP servers. Now, before we go into that tool, let's first understand what an MCP is. MCP is Model Context Protocol. It's an open standard that basically allows large language model access external data and tools. Now, the data can be files, database, tools can be search, code execution, etc. Uh, like you can assume that it's kind of like an universal app store for AI application and AI assistance. Now, MCP inspector, like when you build an MCP server to serve the request, like either to serve your data or you serve your tools, uh, you may need to test and debug that application. Now, MCP Inspector, basically that tool allows you to test and debug the MCP servers. Now, I've provided you a couple of URLs. I'll go through this URL in a short while. Uh, in this URL, basically it will give you some more information about the inspector tool. And also there is a GitHub repository. Now, how does this MCP tool works? So basically, you just need to run npx command. So in your command prompt, you run as an admin, and you run this command npx at the rate model context protocol slash inspector. So basically, this command, the inspector runs through the npx without requiring basic installation. So what happens when you run this? A An application gets provisioned. So so you will be able to see in your local host 6274 port number. So as you see over here, I've run this command, and within this local host, it will provision this resource, and from here the application will be provisioned. Now, what is NPX? NPX is a node package runner. Sorry, I made a typo over here. So it's a node package runner that executes node.js package without the need to install them first. Now, this is a web-based tool. So it is hosted locally in your environment. Does that mean you can only troubleshoot local MCP servers? The answer is no. So you can even trouble local MCP servers and remote MCP servers as well. So I'll give you an example of remote MCP servers in some time. So what happens is like it will start listening to that. The proxy will start listening to the local host 6277, and the session token and those token will be exchanged between the application, and then you will be able to see the web based solution. Now this is how the application will look like. Now here we have MCP inspector. So you have some configuration parameters on the left hand side. So you set some configuration values, and then once this configuration values gets executed, then you will be able to see the output over here. So you have an option to view the tools, view the history, view the server notifications, etc. Now, what are the different things that can be configured? Is one is transport type. So you can uh, request for streamable HTTP MCP server, SSE MCP server, STDIO transport type. Now, if an MCP server is configured from a streamable HTTP perspective, you will be able to configure that within your left panel, and then you can connect to that MCP server. Now, for connection, you have two options via proxy or direct. There are multiple debug options, so you can configure debug, info, notice, warning, error, critical, alert, emergency. So these are the different way through which you can debug the application. From an authentication perspective, now you need to connect to that MCP server. So you need to specify some authentication mechanism. So you have an option for adding those JSON or configuring those authorization and providing the secrets over here. Or if you are using OAuth 2.0 flow, you can specify the client ID, client secret, redirect URL, and the scope. Other configuration which are available are the request timeout on progress, max total timeout, and then if you are using a proxy, then inspector proxy address and proxy session token. Now, Let me show you the last screen over here. Like in the screen, if you see that I've already connected this MCP server, which I'll show you how to connect to that MCP server. And then here I have uh, executed one of the tools. So these are the tools available within that MCP server. I've executed this tool. I provided some input and I got some notification output from there. So I'll show you that example as well. Now, before I go into that, there is a sample MCP server. So Microsoft Learn MCP server, which are available. It's free. You can have a look into this URL, learn.microsoft.com API/MCP. Now, basically, if you type in this endpoint, it will not be available within the browser, but this is specifically designed for MCP clients via streamable HTTP. So you can explore this example as well. I'm not going to take this example, but I'm going to take some different example. Now, in order to understand MCP Inspector, there is a documentation, model context protocol.io/docs tools inspector. Now you can have a read through this documentation. It has clearly mentioned about MCP architecture, servers, clients, how to connect to the local MCP server, how to connect to remote MCP server, and how do you build MCP server and MCP client. Now, this is a command which I will execute to trigger that application. Now, there are other ways through which you can inspect servers from npm or py package. So here you can see the different command set which are available. So that's about documentation. Then you have a GitHub repository, model context protocol/inspector. So again, it's a visual testing tool for MCP server. There's a model context protocol.io website, and you can get some more information about the architecture. How do you run the inspector? What are the requirements, like the Node.js? That is a requirement that you need to have within your system. And then you can see different stdio, sse, streamable http. So those all things you can see how you can configure within the application. All right, to start with, let me go into the command prompt. So let me close this application. So let me go into the command prompt. So I'll just type in cmd and I'll run as an administrator. So this is the command prompt. And here I will be running a npx command. So that's a node package runner that basically execute the node.js command. So npx @model context protocol/inspector. Once you run this command, all the handshaking between the local host and the various application within the model context protocol inspector happens. And then once it succeeds, then a browser will open the local host application, and then that interface will be visible to you. Now, as you see, the MCP inspector is running and it is up and running at localhost 6274. And as you see, the MCP server has started. Now you have various options. You can go into dark mode, light mode, or the system mode. I prefer the dark mode. And here, transport type STDIO, SSE, streamable HTTP. Various connection types that are proxy and direct, and you can see various authentication options: OAuth 2.0 flow, JSON. You can add various header as you see over here, and this is the authorization, and you can just go ahead and delete all the custom headers if you don't want. Then you have a option for configuration: the request timeout on progress, max total timeout, inspect the proxy address. Currently, it is in a disconnected state as I have not connected it to any of the MCP servers over here. So it is currently in a disconnected state. So let me collapse this part. And you don't see the debug option. The debug option will come once you connect to an MCP server. This area will show you the command which you have executed. So history, you can clear the history, you can view the history, what all things you have executed, and this will give you the server notification. So let's connect to one of the URL. Now I I have this learn.microsoft.com API MCP, but I'm not going to connect to this. I'll use some different example. Again, it is I've seen it in one of the Microsoft videos. So what it does is like it this MCP server queries the application gallery, the samples application gallery by Microsoft. So it will provide you some methods whereby you can list the tools, list the authors, list get the application by authors. So all those things can be done using that MCP server. So let me copy the URL. So this is the URL M365 galleries MCP, and it's hosted in Azure. Now I'll just click on connect, and it's a streamable HTTP. Now, as you see, it has initialized. Okay, so if you want to see some more information about initialize, what it did, the first method is initialize. The response was list change true, and then it has got the server info samples galleries MCP server HTTP. Now, I got this request, and initial log level is set to debug. Now I can go ahead and change this to warning. I can change this. Now, if you see here, now I change it to warning. That's why it has given me the history that, oh, you made that change. I can put it to critical as well. And then it will show you the history. So this history basically shows you the chain of commands which you have executed. Now, I've connected this gallery. Let's see what are the methods that are available. Now, by default, it will go into the tools area. So if I click on list tools, it will start querying the MCP server, and then it will give you the list of tools that are available within that MCP server. So there are four different tools in that MCP server. One is searching the samples, sample by keyword, sample by product, sample by author. Now, if I want to search, so what this method does is like it search for samples in the community samples gallery. So Microsoft has got a community samples gallery, so it will search through that. But we need to specify some input parameter. So maybe I will say I want to search something in Power Apps. Now it requires, now remember, allow searching for samples in the community gallery. It requires basically a JSON input. So you cannot just type in text for this particular input. Similarly, if I go to samples by keyword, I can specify text. Okay, so maybe let me specify Copilot as a text. And if I'm good with all the parameters, I can just type press run tool, and then it will start running the tool. And then you got a success. Now, what this indicates is like I executed the samples by keyword. I put a keyword as Copilot, and I got 250 as the count. I can even specify page index 1, page size maybe 20, and I can run the tool. And then now, as you mentioned the page index and page size, it has given me all the details of the tool as well. So if you see here, I got the short description, I got the download URL. Now, if you scroll, you will get many results listed over here. So specifically 20 results. So 0 to 19.